Alhamdulillah, and we now wrap up our final interview with Nizaam Abdol. He's the co-founder of Fusion Inyameko Foundation, talking to us about an evening of arts and also about the back to school drive. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the program, Nizam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran for having me.
Lovely to have you on the show. You are involved in very noble work. Let's start with the Back to School Drive 2022. Talk to us about what exactly is required and how people can donate to this very worthy cause.
Yes, Alhamdulillah, the Fusion Inyameko Foundation has, for the past 8 years or so, been working within our communities, focusing on youth development through holistic education. And so many of our projects is geared at looking after the orphans, the destitute, the most vulnerable children. And for the last 2 years, we've been running a project looking after the child-headed homes. These are kids who lost their parents through illness, through gang violence, through drug abuse, and a number of different reasons. And they find themselves having to fend for themselves and their siblings. And so these kids are really dear to us. And so we try to support them in various aspects in terms of educational support, in terms of personal development. And so the back to school campaign that we have just launched a couple of days ago will ensure that these kids are well equipped and have a good chance at succeeding in their academic performance, inshallah.
Okay, so one can donate either 600 Rand for a school uniform pack or 200 Rand for a stationery pack or for both.
Uh-huh.
Or even more, inshallah, if you are able to. So
Yes, 100%.
you keep
Look,
the child out
mhm.
completely with a total school uniform and a
Yes,
total
absolutely.
stationery pack.
Absolutely. So for many kids, and we're speaking about the most vulnerable kids, who is there to support them and ensure that they have a decent school pants to wear, a shirt to wear, a jersey for the winter months, or a decent pair of school shoes. And so this 600 Rand will ensure that a child has his entire or her entire school uniform for the year. And a school uniform is not just a school uniform, but for these kids, it is a sense of pride and a sense of dignity. And so we're asking our listeners of Salam Media to open up your hearts generously and contribute towards this particular back to school drive. Sponsor one learner, sponsor 10 learners, sponsor 50 kids with stationery, and it will really help them because these kids, many of them has amazing potential, but without the proper tools and equipment and the necessary uniform, it becomes a challenge to even get started in the educational process.
All right, give us the details, the banking details or a telephone number. And also, I presume you are based in the Eastern Cape, am I right?
We are based in the Western Cape, and so a lot of
Oh,
our work
Western Cape,
happens.
okay.
Uh-huh. A lot of the work happens
All
in the
right.
Western Cape, but we do support in KZN as well. But generally in the Western
Okay.
Cape. And so anyone who would like to get
Alhamdulillah, I've been
in touch
told
with
that
us,
the poster is on the screen so people can get those details off the screen.
hmm if anyone
Let's
would like to get in touch with us, they can also check out our website, or if I can just share the number very quickly, it is
see.
061 491 5416. 061 491 5416. And obviously the banking details they can see on screen.
Okay, and the website address is www.fifsa.net. Let's talk about an evening of arts very quickly.
Mhm. Um, I'm struggling to get a smile off from my face today. We are so excited.
Okay.
It is something that has been coming on for a while. Originally planned to have done it 2 years ago, and just as the announcement of lockdown happened, we had to obviously postpone those plans. So alhamdulillah, you can just imagine our excitement having to bear the patience for 2 years and then finally getting back to stage. So those of our viewers and listeners who find themselves in the Western Cape, make your way to the Cape Town City Hall this evening at 7 o'clock for the uh, evening of arts. It is a beautiful stage production depicting the life and the lessons from Surah Yusuf. And so anyone listening would know that Surah Yusuf has a very special place in our heart because it is packed with so much beauty and so much lessons. And Allah says, "Nahnu naqussu alayka ahsan al-qasas." Indeed, O Muhammad, we have revealed to you the best of stories. And so this evening we're looking to showcase the best of stories in a very exciting and entertaining way, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, and those details are also on screen. What is the price of the tickets for tonight's show?
The tickets are 150 Rand. You can purchase your ticket on quicket.com. That is www.quicket.com. Tickets are 150 Rand. There will also be a few tickets available at the door for those who prefer to buy the physical ticket at the door. Show starts at 7 p.m. this evening and the doors open at 6, inshallah. There will be some refreshments on sale as well as salah facilities will be available. And I want to say to those who intend coming, please bring along your tissues because it will be an emotional roller coaster, inshallah.
May it be a huge success, inshallah. Much success on the show, an evening of art inspired by the best of stories. This comes to you by Fusion Inyameko Foundation, South Africa. Don't forget their Back to School Drive 2022. All of those details are available on the website. Let me close off by saying that, Nizaam, just give us that website address once again.
Yeah, so people, we're encouraging our viewers and our listeners to get in touch with us. It is www.fifsa, that is FIFSA.net, to find out what we are about, what we are doing, and how we are making a positive impact, particularly in the lives of the youth across the country, alhamdulillah.
And may you grow stronger with each passing day, inshallah, and continue touching lives in a positive way. Assalamu alaikum to you and go well.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Have a wonderful day further.
And you. 3 after 10 exactly. A big thank you to our producers, Nasreen, Ziad, and Mohammed Abrar. I sign off. Will be joined again. I'll be joining you again on the 3rd of January. Till then, please, 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 my dua is that each and every one of you keep safe via the COVID protocols, that's masking up, sanitizing, and social distancing, and very especially on the roads as well. Take care. Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media.